We're back here with one of our amazing new ISAs, not inexperienced ISAs, but new ISAs with Paul. And if you guys have watched Paul's video, he has a wealth of experience in the calling, the sales, the customer service world. One of the things that I really liked about Paul was he had all that background in just communicating with people, problem solving, selling, closing, different things like that. And I wanted to give Paul an opportunity to come in and see how he would do at Probate, which is what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be probate role playing and training. It's important that you guys know, if you've watched these videos before, this is going to sound like a broken record, but it is important that you guys know that no role play that I've conducted at this point, and it's been many hundred, many thousands over the last 5, 6 years as a coach and nearly 2 years as an agency owner training inside sales associates. I haven't heard a perfect role play yet. So if you're looking for perfection, we're not going to get it. We're looking for skill, maneuverability through a call. And then this video is also to show you guys how I train and point out opportunities for improvement after the fact. So I just want everyone to know that, including you, Paul. We're not looking for perfection from you. So take any pressure off your shoulders, get loose, and we'll go ahead and start with a ring, and I'll answer, and then you can go through the probate dialogue.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Mike.
This is Mike.
Hi, my name is Paul, and I work with Bruce Hill with the XP Realty. And I don't want to take much of your time, sir, today. I know you're busy. I'm calling real quick because we have this turnkey service for families that are going through probate. And I'm very sorry if this was a personal loss for you. And I know your family is having a tough time right now. Are you by any chance have any involvement with the state of John Spencer?
Yeah, that was my brother.
Okay, so do you have a quick minute for me to tell you why I was calling?
Yeah, go ahead.
I really do appreciate the time, and I promise I'll make it fast for you, sir. So we have this turnkey program for families that are going through probate. Some of the things that we do is to help out in selling up real estate, arrangement of state sales, clean out, and other responsibilities that you might not have time to handle. By the way, are you just getting started on the process, or you're doing good in handling it so far?
Um, we just started, but I think we've got it covered.
Okay, I completely understand that. Sounds like you got, yeah, you mentioned everything handled so far. Anyway, if anything changes on your side and you might think you'll be needing a little help from us, I can give you my number just in case. Just give me a call. Do you have a pen and paper handy?
Yeah, I've got a pen here. Go ahead.
Great. Again, my name is Paul and my number is 855-6753. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, thanks so much. Hey, I really appreciate your time since I have you on the line. I know you're busy. Um, Before I let you go, were you guys leaning towards selling the property once you're done with the probate, or were you thinking about keeping that?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure yet.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Sounds like you really got a lot on your plate out there. May I ask, is someone living there right now on the
No,
property?
nobody's living there at the moment.
Okay, just a quick question. I'm curious. Well, let's say if you had it your way, personally, which way would you lean? Would you rather sell the property or just keep it in the family?
Well, I think I'd rather sell because I'm the one that has
Mhm.
to take care of it. Um, I'm not sure what the rest of my family thinks, though. So
Okay,
that's why I don't know yet.
okay, that makes sense. Do you think you would be open on seeing what sort of price we could get for you for the property?
Um, yeah, I'd be curious.
Ah, okay. Um, do you mind if I just make a quick proposal?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, based on the information that I got from you, you're not really sure how to start the process. Most probably, I think you will be needing our help. So I would propose connecting you to my partner, Bruce Hill, just for a quick evaluation of the house. So he could come up with a plan or some options and possibly discuss an offer. So would you be open to that?
Um, yeah, that'd be fine. I'm kinda busy,
Or-
so I mean, I can't do it right now.
Awesome. Don't worry. Okay, please let me just ask you some basic questions about the property. So Bruce can come prepared once he gets to your property and have the evaluation. So, um, would you happen to know what's going to be the reason for selling, just in case you once you get done with the probate?
Well, it's empty, so, I can't keep paying the mortgage.
Okay, so about the mortgage, how much do you owe, and who's making the payments now?
Um, I'm making them out of the estate's bank account. Um, I don't know. I think we owe, like, maybe, 36,000 or something like that, so not a whole lot.
Okay, got it. Um, do you have a time frame for selling? Just curious, like a target date.
Um, no, I don't. I mean, there's money in the estate's account, and
Hmm.
I haven't even talked to my brothers and sisters about selling yet, so no time frame.
Okay, so sounds like that some of the family are involved with the process. I'm just curious, do you have any ballpark figure or any idea how much would you like to get for the property?
Um, I don't know for sure, but from everything that I can see online, it's probably worth like 450,000, maybe
Or
500, but I don't know. You guys are the experts. Do you know?
okay, so let's say if we were able to get you that range, how soon would you want to move forward with that?
Like I've said a couple of times, not
Okay,
yet.
not
Um,
yet. Okay,
not yet.
sorry. I
Um,
got it. Thanks so
okay.
much for that. So, I will have my partner Bruce to put it together an offer and the plan for you. And is someone available to let him see the house? Maybe sometime in the next week or two, morning or afternoon.
Um, I'll probably be going out there Friday evening. Um,
Okay,
it
Friday
might be the
evening.
weekend. I'm not 100% sure when I'm gonna have time to go,
Okay.
but he could always meet me then.
Yeah, he could do also an evening next week. So, um, okay. For my last and final set of questions regarding the property, do you happen to know how many square feet does the property has?
I have no idea.
Okay. How about the number of bedrooms and bathrooms were there?
Uh, it's about, um, it's about 3 bedrooms,
Okay.
um, and, it depends. I've got a bonus room and an office, so someone could use that as a bedroom, but, we've got 2.5 bathrooms.
Okay. So, are there any renovations or improvements done to the property in the last 6 months or before?
Um, nope, nothing. Needs
Hmm.
work. It
Needs
needs
work.
work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the house needs major improvements and 5 being it's already in perfect condition, where would you rate the property?
It's a 2 or a 3.
Okay. Certainly. And all right, I got everything that I need, and I'll have Bruce to reach out to you so he can put the options and the offer together. And I really appreciate it for your time today. Please have a great one today. Thanks so
Okay.
much.
Thanks so much. All right. Break. Great job. All right. Perfect. Really, really good job. I was starting to get a little bit worried for a minute that we weren't going to have a whole lot to coach on. I got enough coaching, so really, really great session. I threw a couple of minor curveballs at you just to
Yeah.
throw you off a little bit, but nothing too hard. Let me start with the simplest and most superficial adjustment for you to make, and that would be your pronunciation of words that start with F. For
F.
example, for Filipino starts with an F.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of a final set of questions. So final in Tagalog, you guys don't have a phonetic sound for F. It's f, f, f here.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
guys kind of do p, p, p. So when you say
Yes.
for, you say poor. When you say
Oh,
Filipino, you say Filipino. That's just something that is generally what Filipinos do. All right, I've got U.S. based friends that were from the Philippines. They've lived here their whole life, and they still use the sound p when they say for or Filipino or final. They say final. All right, so what I want you to work on is just getting the sound F. So f. Just work on that. It's not going to come supernatural to you because you've had these sounds for your whole life. But just think about
yes.
that. And I notice it when you say, "Do you have time for a few questions?" Okay, that's where I notice it. Really, really minor. Really minor. Now you got into your conversation hook and you used a binary conversation hook after your pitch. The binary conversation hook was something like, have you just gotten started or do you have everything handled so far? And I said, I've kind of started recently, but I think we have it all handled. The way that I delivered that, technically, you did correct. So you responded as though I'd given you resistance and an objection. And technically, that's absolutely correct. However, the attitude that I answered you with wasn't bad. I was not really resisting you. I kind of said, I think we've got everything handled. I was more confused. So some people say, nope, we got it all handled. And there's a difference between nope, got it all handled, and yeah, we've kind of just gotten started, but I think we have it all handled. There's an attitude difference there. So when you get someone, this isn't in your index, okay? Just something to listen for. When you get someone that instead of saying, no, I don't need anything, I have it all handled, if they say, no, I think we got it covered, that person is still open to fishing a little bit, to digging a little bit. So what you might want to do is validate them, and then ask another conversation hook. And this time you might want to go to a positive conversation hook because I've proven to you, you did a binary. And for those listening, a binary conversation hook is where we give them a way to resist us and a way to accept our help. A negative conversation hook is when we give a way to resist us only. It would sound like this: I'm assuming that you have everything handled. That's just a negative. A positive is, hey, what can we take off of your plate? It's assuming that they want to give us feedback. I prefer binaries, but when somebody falls in the middle and they don't really commit to not needing you or needing you, you might validate what they've said and then come back with another question. So, what I would have done when I said, yeah, we just kind of got started recently, I think we have everything handled though. I'm not committing to that. So, I would just say, hey, I completely get it. Have you found anything that maybe you could use some help with yet? Anything like setting an estate sale up, like maybe arranging a clean out, or even something as light as yard maintenance? Okay. Now you're putting some ideas in their help and they might go, yeah, you know what? I do need this. Now, I was going to reject that anyway if you'd done that. I didn't think you were going to do it though. but but I gave you a very non-committal answer, so I want you to be able to listen for the difference between someone that's committed to rejecting you and someone that is not rejecting you. Maybe they just don't know what they need. All right. So listen for that. And if they're just kind of not committed, come back with another question and give them some examples of something that you could do for them. You jumped in. You stripped line. I know this commentary is going to be unfamiliar to those of you that have never been through prospecting mastery or taken my probate training series. But Paul, you stripped line. You did a good job of disarming me, making me feel
Yeah.
comfortable, giving your phone number. And I know it was just for a role play, but if you're doing it on a real live call and you give your name and your phone number, I want you to say, here, I'll repeat the phone number real quick, and then repeat it a little bit slower. And then do you have that? When
Okay.
you kind of went through it, not super fast, but a little bit fast. And if I was actually writing it down, I might not have got it before you moved on. Now, we know that I might not have actually been taking it. I might have just been pretending just to get you off of the phone. All right. Last two things are we never discussed the address. So you talked about selling the real estate. I said, I think I'd prefer to sell, and then we never talked about the address. Some of these people in probate, sometimes the estate could have multiple properties. Sometimes the address that you see online might have been to a nursing home that the decedent lived in, but they still owned another house, and so you can't see it. So what you want to do is clarify what address you're talking about. So I would have just said, hey, just so I'm clear, which property are we talking about? Would this be 123 Main Street? No, this would be 456 Elm Street, they might say. Okay. Get an idea of the property. And then you want to ask, were there any other properties that you guys might need to sell out of the estate, or any other properties that might need to be sold in general? Okay, now we're fishing a little bit because many times there are multiple properties and they don't always bring it up if we don't ask. And then last, so you asked a lot of great questions, and I don't want to tell you not to ask all those questions. I want you asking all those questions. But one way to make it sound less like an interrogation and more conversational would be to just say, could you tell me a little bit about the property? And get them talking. And then you, as they're talking, you interject a couple of questions organically, conversationally, so that it doesn't sound like you're just reading down a list. You might be reading down a list, but I don't want them to feel like you're reading down a list. Okay. Were there some other things that you could work on? Maybe I'd have to listen again. Those are what I got while I was on the call. Ultimately, exceptionally good job. Go work on
Thank
those.
you.
We'll put this video up for people to watch the role play and the training, but I loved it.
Thank you so much.
All right, so there you have it, guys. That's role play and training with Paul. Thanks for sticking with us to watch to the end. If you want to interview Paul, you can click the button below his name. If you want to book a trial, you can click the button below his name. If you want to just hire Paul directly and on a 80 or 160-hour plan, click the request an interview button. If you want to, if you happen to want to skip the interview, just type in the comment, skip the interview, hire Paul directly. My general preference is that you guys go through interview processes, though. All right. Thank you again so much, and we will let you go.